Thank you so much. Up next, we have a personal friend, a truth seeker, a man of God, an intellect, an all-round amazing guy who's been on this journey for a long time, woke up a lot of people, continues to do so, helps people free of charge, and has contributed to me opening my eyes to a lot of things as well. So please give it up. He's an amazing man, a close personal friend of mine, Mr. Allegedly Dave.
Hello everyone. I'm not really supposed to be here because this is my Sabbath, but I want to speak to you about something that's not really often talked about, and it's the spiritual aspect of all this. So this all goes back to the Old Testament, and this isn't going to be all religious or anything, right? Because religion is essentially something to hide the truth, okay? And it doesn't matter if you don't believe in the Most High, because our enemy absolutely does. That's why they have their Bohemian Grove rituals and their eyes wide shut parties, because they absolutely know that the Most High exists and the other fellas exist, because that's who they worship. There's a verse in Genesis that's often missed because it's one verse, and it basically tells of how angels came down and had sex with women and produced another bloodline, another seed line in this earth, right? And that is why the Most High had to create a flood. He wasn't a genocidal maniac like the Dawkins of this world would say. He wanted to preserve mankind from this corruption. And it's this corruption that we're seeing in the world today, because that bloodline is the same bloodline that's in charge of the world today. And that bloodline hates us. It despises us. And it doesn't matter if you look like them, right? They hate you just as much as they hate everyone else. Okay? So it came down, if you follow the story in Genesis, the Most High is going through a program after the flood of preserving the bloodline. He's choosing one person. Out of his 3 sons, he chose Shem. And out of Shem's descendants, he chose Abraham. And after out of Abraham's children, he chose Isaac. Okay? Then Isaac had 2 twins. One called Esau, the firstborn, and the other called Jacob. He chose Jacob. And after Jacob, all of his sons were chosen, because Jacob was now purified. On the other side, Esau had the fallen angel genes concentrated in him. Okay? It's his children that are in charge of this earth today. Right? And they came out, they were actually fighting in the womb. They came out, they were still fighting. Jacob had hold of Esau's heel. Right? And through a little bit of trickery, but it wasn't actually trickery, he ended up with the inheritance of the earth. Instead of his brother, the firstborn, who should have inherited it, but he gave that inheritance away. But the point is that this all goes back to a hatred, because one bloodline, one nation was given inheritance or stewardship of this earth, and the other one didn't, and they wanted. Yeah. So this is why all of this is about depopulation. It's all about depopulation because it's one nation trying to get rid of the other nation. Everyone else is collateral damage, acceptable losses. That's who you are. If you've ever watched Harry Potter, you'll find that there's an elite class of wizards called the Malfoys, blonde-haired, blue-eyed types. And they look down on all the others and they call them mudbloods, dirty blood. If you're not part of their bloodline, you're not going to make it as far as they're concerned, because they do not like you. They despise you. So what we've got in the world today is a chosen people of Most High. And I'm not talking about the Ish people who live in Palestine right now. There is a chosen people of Most High, and there is a chosen people of the other fellas. Okay? Just like there are 12 tribes of Israel, there are 12 or 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati. Yeah? It's equal and opposite. And right now, we're at the end. We're at the end of their temporary blessing. They were blessed with being able to live in the best places on earth, living in luxury, but they'll do it by the sword. And their inheritance came in during the Renaissance period. And since then, they've been rampaging across the earth, killing, maiming, taking property and fulfilling their blessing. But now their blessing is coming to an end. And this is what we're seeing. The end of their blessing. The end of their reign. This is why they're throwing the kitchen sink into this. Yeah? This is why they're rushing. Before they've been going very slowly. One little change at a time. But they've run out of time now. And now they're rushing to get this thing in. They're rushing to exterminate us. But at the end of the day, this isn't the important part. When you watch a film, you're actually watching two stories unfold. Right? You're watching the main plot line, the world the film is set in. Right? In this case, it's coronavirus, the New World Order, chemtrails, fluoride in the water, that sort of thing. That's just the main plot. The important part is the hero's journey through that world. Okay? That's the most important part of this story. It's not about chemtrails and the coronavirus and this stuff. It's about your journey through it. It's what you do, what you choose to do, how you choose to play this game. Are you going to play it righteously, or are you going to play it wickedly? It's a war for your soul. It all comes down to what you choose to do. Right? So the point is, we've all been incarnated here with the 10 Commandments written on our hearts. We don't need to be told them. We know what they are. Okay? It manifests in the real world as common law. Right? We don't live by common law right now. Right? I don't know if you, I think most of you know that they pass that Kiss law, the one that allows certain people to kill, to lie, to steal, to rape, legally. This is where we are in the world. We've been run by wicked people, a wicked society that we live in. And you know what? You get the choice. If you do nothing, well, somebody said to me, better make a choice because the devil owns the fence. You have to make a choice. You have to choose to do the right thing. And you know what? Every one of you has made that choice. And every one of you has made the right choice. The choice of righteousness. Yeah? And your job out here is to help people make that choice. Help them stand up to this. Because that's what you have to do. You can't sit on the fence. You have to actively say, no, I'm not going along with this. Yeah? And you guys have to go out, tell your friends and family what you're doing here, why you're here. Yeah? Tell them that you want social distancing. Tell them that you aren't wearing masks. Right? Don't worry about the fact that they might laugh at you or call you selfish or whatever. We don't have the luxury anymore. We don't have the luxury to go along with their feelings. Yeah? This is a war for our souls. This is life and death. So get out there and help people win their souls back. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Let's hear it one more time for Legendary Dave, ladies and gentlemen.